Good evening. This is Card Creating with Jean. My name is Jean Ducro and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I live in McFarland, Wisconsin, which is close to Madison, our state capital. And I do live videos on Tuesday nights at 6 and on Saturday nights at 6:30, and this is Central Standard Time. So if you'd like to catch me, I'm on Facebook at those times doing videos. Normally do 2 cards, and then we do a drawing the next time we get together of those that have commented on my videos, and then I will send them whichever card that they would like of the ones that we had made the time before. Hi Carol, thanks for joining. Hi Nancy, welcome. So good to see everybody. And I wanted to try to get started quicker than I normally do. So hi Carol, thank you for sharing. I really appreciate it. I just got my video up on my iPad so I could see the comments a little bit better. You only see 2 comments at a time on the phone. Hi Pam, thank you for joining. So just a quick update on what's available right now and what isn't. There's 4 items that aren't available but will be coming up shortly. The Damask Designs embossing folder, Damask. I can never remember how to pronounce that, Damask. It was available on 5/19, so just right around the corner. The Turtle Texture embossing folder on 5/19. The 1 7/8 circle punch on the 26th of this month. And the mini corrugated embossing folder will be on the 19th. Only one item that I saw on the low inventory that is kind of the more recent product available is the low profile dots. Those are on low inventory. And that is it. I mean, there's other things on there that are product that we've had for a while, but nothing out of the new catalog. So if you're looking to order out of the new catalog, there's lots of stuff available and not even on low inventory. So I think that's really great. Maybe they've finally figured out the magic of having enough in stock that they don't immediately sell out of it and have to reorder. So the other couple things that I wanted to mention is I've got 2 classes coming up, one on June 8th, and it could be a class to go. Just let me know 5 days in advance. The Celebratory Sips collection, we're going to do 8 cards, 2 of 4 designs. So you would get 8 cards for $30. If you wanted to order the stamp set, it would be an additional $19. If you wanted to get the bundle, it would be $41.25, and then I will cover the tax and shipping, so just let me know. On June 29th, Florals in Bloom. Again, $30 for the class, and I would mail it. Both of these I would mail to you. If you wanted to get the stamp set for the Pretty Florals, it's $19, or the bundle would be $50.25. So that's what I've got there. So let's see. I am ready to turn the camera down. I wanted to try to do this quick so that I can get at making the cards, because they're going to take a little bit longer tonight. At least one of them is. The other one I've got to the point where it's almost just assembly and showing you how the design goes together. So we've got one fun fold, which is the second one I'm going to do, and then one regular one that we're going to color. So let's turn it down and do our drawing. Whoops. There we go. I always have to move my light. Oops, sorry. Go to reach around to tighten the bolt. There we go. Hopefully that's not going to be right in my noggin. Or I might have to... No, I think we'll be okay. So this is the card we made on Tuesday, and then these were the tags that we worked on. And this was the additional card that I had made. So you can choose from either the gift tags or one of each of the cards when I do the drawing tonight. So I hope everybody's having a good Saturday. I didn't do anything but sit down here working on the classes to go and figuring out my second card for tonight. Let's see, number 5 is Lori. And Lori is not on yet. That's my luck, isn't it? So we'll just wait until later and see if she happens to pop on. But we are working tonight with the Peaceful Pier, which is a really cute set. I like all of the stamps that come with this and the sentiments as well. Very nice. So we are going to make one that I had posted originally on my Facebook page, and I thought maybe it would be nice to show you how I made it and put it together with you, show you how I color. And I've made a couple of little changes to it. We're going to do a birthday card for that one. And got a thick cut out. So that, whoops, I need that. I went ahead and stamped the image and started to do just very little coloring on it. So we've got a white background that's, or base, that is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then I cut out a piece of Secret C that's 1/4 of an inch smaller, so it's 4 by 5 1/4. And we can actually adhere this on right away so it's not floating around on the table. You have to feel to see which way I cut it. That could have come this way just a smidge. There. Much better. Alright, put that out of the way. Don't need the pen anymore. So we have our little guy. I stamped it in Early Espresso. I just felt that it was a more natural color. And we're going to start out by coloring the sky and what would be the sand down here. And I do the upper sky in Balmy Blue. Get our little guy out of the way there. And I do kind of go light and dark, and don't go in every little square inch of it. I think you've seen me do that before. It kind of gives the feeling of clouds. All right, that looks pretty good, I think. And then I'm going to take Misty Moonlight. This one spreads fairly nicely. It doesn't take much ink on the brush since it's so dark. And we're just kind of going right over this where I've stamped. Just kind of get up here in the corner. There we go. And then go back to this one. Just kind of bring it in together. And then I'm actually going to do right along the dock. I like to do it without putting any more ink on there if possible. Okay. This is looking pretty good. I might need to touch it up just a little bit, but I won't know until I get started here. I'm going to continue working on the dock. I use the light and dark smoky slate, and I think the dock looks nice if you use the dark on the side. Gives it a little contrast. And then also the posts. Lots of little posts. I think I got them all. Okay. Put that away for a little bit. And then, let's see, let's work on the sand. For the sand, I used crushed curry and pecan pie. Oh, and you know what? I was going to do one other thing. I was going to forget that. I'm going to put some extra grass in here. They have one stamp that has some grass on it. I just think it fills it in better with a little bit extra. Okay, I think that should do it. Okay. Hey, Laura, you won tonight. Congratulations. I'll show you the cards when we get done here. First, I'm going to use the crushed curry. And we're just going to kind of go in here and this might take a back and forth between the two colors to get the right tone. I do not mind having any dark splotches because I just think that looks a little more natural. Alright, I'm going to close this up so I don't get confused. Now the pecan pie, just going to kind of go right over it and mix the two kind of together. See, it's starting to look like sand, I think. And then one other thing that I'm going to add this time is I took one of the stamps out of the Coneflower celebration that has the dots in it, and I thought, ooh, these would be great for the sand, just to give it a little bit of texture. I'll go over it again with the crushed curry. There. I like the looks of that. I'm going to go back and brush this on a little bit more. Sorry about my squeaky table. if that's being picked up. There. Okay. Now we can do some more of the details. Whoops. So we've got, this is mossy meadow, this is the one we want. I'm going to start working on the tree. So on the tree, you can see it's open in these areas. I'm going to do the top parts of each kind of branch in the lighter old olive, which, oops, wrong end, which I really need to replace because it is getting low. In fact, when we get together on the 24th, I might have to borrow Shar's. It goes good for a while, then all of a sudden it kind of conks out. Okay, now we'll go with the dark. I don't know why it is the light always, for me at least, always peters out before the other ones do. The light ones. I like this tree a lot. It's kind of almost like it's being dabbed on almost. And I'm also going to do the trees here. I'm going to just kind of go over them with the green, just so you get the hint of green. And I went ahead and I colored the trunk with the bronze colored ink. Put just the lightest bit of green along the base here. And a little in here. I'll go back to this, but I'm going to grab the dark mossy meadow. And there is this bush back here. And since it's under the tree, it's going to be in the shade, so it's going to be dark. Do a little bit of an outline and then take the lighter one and fill the rest in. Like so. Alright, go back to our dark. And I'm just kind of flicking a little bit of green in here. Just to give the hint of the grass being green. Oh, I missed this whole bunch of them over here. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, and these up here. Always got to look at it good first. Otherwise you're going back and opening them up all over again. Okay. Mossy Meadow. Hold on. Mossy Meadow. Let's keep them together. I think this is the one that lost one of the rubber bands. Okay, now we need to do some more with the water. And, oh, well, where is my, okay, here it is. Couldn't find it. Light, Misty Moonlight. I am going to put a shoreline in. Just ever so slightly. And then we're going to go over these artist lines. Just a flick. There. Like so. Okay, this is pretty much done. We got to move on to our little boy. And we are going to actually cut him out. So the only thing that needs to have anything done with is around his feet here where this chair is going to be, oh, let's do the yellow first. Sand show up in there. And it does not have to be too dark. But just give the idea of it. Okay. All right, let's see. I did his shirt in soft seafoam. When I was painting it, I used basic beige. I had to stop and look at which one I used. And then I'm just going to take the dark and do the little bit of a collar he's got here. And this little tab right there. Hopefully you guys close enough that you can see. Let me bring you down a little bit closer. There, is that better? Move the light over a little bit too. Okay. His pants I'm going to do in the light misty moonlight. Like they're a blue jean almost. I'm just going to go over where the creases are here and hopefully make this just a little bit darker. Okay. Should we do his hat next? Oh, good grief. I've got, my table is just full of blends. Okay. His hat. Short memory here. We are using the Darling Duckling. And first I'm going to color it in the light. Then I'm going to take the dark and just kind of cross the top and down the side here of the crown, and then the back part of the brim, like so, for just a wee bit of shading. His skin, I used Petal Pink. Where's my other color? Here it is. I started with the ivory, and then when you put the ivory on, it's very, well, it's like ivory. It's kind of a very pale yellow. But adding this with the Petal Pink makes a decent skin tone. And he's got a little bit of hand right down here holding on to the pole. So anyway, there and there. Okay, now we'll switch over to the Petal Pink. This is the light one. It just is a little bit more natural. I don't have any of those other nifty colors. Ooh, here and here, and this little thing down here. We're going to do his chair in Old Olive. I'm going to use the dark Old Olive, I think. Yeah. Just for... I put it heavier on that one end, give it a little shading. Okay, so now we need to do his boots and the supports of the chair. Okay, I'm going to use light smoky slate for this part of the boot. The cuff and the bottom we'll do in the dark smoky slate. And then I'll also run this through on the metal supports of the chair. Oh, you know what? I missed a spot here in the dark with the dark. Old Olive. Okay. Otherwise, it looks like he's just sitting on the poles. And there, and the dark, and we're done. This is such a cute set, and could be divided up numerous ways, using just the little boy, or using just the pier, or just the trees. Okay, I have found when cutting out something like this, forgot his suspenders. I'm using the light smoky slate. Little down there and underneath there. Okay. Get this stuff out of the way. If I cut out this area first, while I still have the big hunk of paper, it just seems to be a little bit easier for me. I'm just going to go over here. And cut out our little fish. Doesn't have to be, I'm not trying to go on the line. And then I'm going to come down this side. Come on. There. Okay, now I can continue around. This set does not have dies with it, but it is not that difficult to cut out. I would not recommend cutting this out. That would be a little tricky. Get some of this out of the way. My brother and sister-in-law in Colorado have this little statue that sits on their patio or deck looking out off their living room. And it's this exact image with the little boy fishing. And I know my husband had to replace the fish one time for them because it got in such tough shape. So he made a wooden fish for him to have. But he sits right on the edge of their concrete patio and looks like he's fishing off the patio. It's so cute. Okay, we've got our little guy cut out. Get rid of this. And I think he can go like, you know what, I missed this spot right there. Let's see if we can get that in there. So he can go right in here. And we were going to use birthday greeting, and we're going to stamp it in the Misty Moonlight. Well, maybe we'll do the Secret Sea, since we use Secret Sea for the mat. We use the Secret Sea. It's a little darker. These guys out of the way. Alright. We're just going to stamp this directly on. Like right over here. And we'll pop our little boy up. Come on, get in there. I always have trouble getting the rubber completely clean on these stamps. Just have to go in on the edges. Okay. Somewhere under all of these blends are my dimensionals. Okay, put one down there. And I'm going to take a little sliver for the fishing pole and fish. and a little one for his head. Whoops. Ugh, it's sticking to my nail. There. Come on. Okay. Oops. Let's get the... And you can go right there. Put the rest of our card. That's going to go on there like so. But let's go ahead and, yeah, we'll glue it on. And I'll go into the inside. And I'll show you my sample that I made, which has a different sentiment. And the inside is going to say, "You're pretty wonderful." No, I better not do that. Just don't trust it. Just in case, right? All right. And I thought, oh, maybe we need to put some grass down on the corner. Just gonna go in here. And we'll take our little grass. It's really espresso. Here it is. There. Like so. What do you think? Our first card is done. Ta-da! And here's the one that I made. See, I think that putting those little dots in there with the sand really helps. What do you think? I see I made the water a little bit darker on this one than I did here. But I think it's okay. And I brought the water up a little bit higher. Thank you, Nancy. I really appreciate it. That's very sweet of you. All right. Card number 2. I think we might need that again. So this morning, maybe you, if you are, get messages on Facebook from Heidi Collins. She's On You Go stamping. She sent a fun fold out that I got in an email this morning, and I really liked it. And I thought, oh, perfect. But I will use my ideas with it. And we are going to make a fun fold. It's called Diagonal Cut. So, get our parts and pieces out. I already did our little guy, so we don't have to you don't have to suffer through me coloring it again. So we start out with an 11" by 4 1/4. We score it at 5 1/2. So this is going to be this direction. Get my scoring tool here. Okay. And then we have a mini folder, and this is 3 1/4 by 6 1/2, and it's scored at 3 1/4. So that does not look right, does it? 3 1/4. Ah, it isn't right. Dum 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 dum. I gotta get my paper out and try that over again. Got that right here. I thought that does not look square. Okay, so we need 6 1/2. Oops, gotta bring this baby out. 6 1/2 by 3 1/4. I was doubting myself. And then we score it at 3 1/4. Get out of the way. Oops, sorry about that. That looks better. Put that aside. So, is that going to work? That looks very much better. Okay, so these guys we can put over to the side for a minute. This we are going to cut diagonally from, this is the score, the fold line, from the fold line here all the way down, and then we're discarding this area here. So we want it centered and centered. Hopefully you can see it. No, you can't. Bring this up. Centered and centered. And I'm going to start with it in the middle so that I don't smash the tips. So we have a card that looks like so, and this can be used for something else. Okay. Now the next piece is our what we would call our pattern paper, is 5 1/4 by 4. And we are going to make our own DSP for this. So I did this much of it so that you could just see how we're going to do this. I stamped this images in mossy metal. But first we want to put our misty moonlight on here. Background. And where did it go? Here it is. My dad would be so proud of me making fish cards. He loved to fish with a passion. Okay, then we're going to take the balmy blue with those little dots. No, first we're going to do the fish. Never mind. I want to get the fish on there, then we'll put the dots on. They're easy enough to go around. On here. And my other guy. We'll go right there. So I wanted to try to make some fish that were fish that you'd find in Wisconsin, I guess. These are supposed to be sunfish. They should be a little bit darker. But I thought, I liked the color combo. I liked how bright it was. And thought, I'm going to go with it. It's close enough. So, sunfish is done in dark peach pie. Oh, the dots. I get ahead of myself. Okay. So, let's see. We will... some dots here. Okay. I'm going to try to get just the end dots here. And again, like so. Easy. Make it look kind of like bubbles. I don't know if that's an epic fail or what. But that's what I thought that it looked like. Okay, get this out of the way and let's get the coloring. And then we can take this on home. Okay, we're starting with the dark peach pie. So I'm just kind of putting a line down here. And this. And they have stripes. Like so. And they're always a little bit darker up here. So this is a light pumpkin pie. Oh, this guy. Alright, take the green out. I'll try light old olive here. Try to leave just a little bit of open space on his. Oop. Almost forgot the other fins here. Okay, and then I'm going to take the dark mossy meadow and go over this. And there's these little dots on here. Just adding a few dots. Oh, for Pete's sakes, why does the phone always have to ring? I don't know why this always rings down here. I have the ringer off too. Great. All right. We are going to use light lemon lime twist. Let's see. Actually, did I use the light or did I use the dark? Oops, wrong end. I don't know where my husband is. He should be up there answering the phone too. Yes, we use the light. Because we have our duplex that is coming up for rent. Alright, so then we're going in between those little stripes that I put. And coloring this in. I think I took the dark on the other ones. I should have written down what I did. Alright. Now on the green has a couple of dots in it. And this is the pumpkin pie. Add some dots on the orange. Like so. I think that pretty much covers it. Okay, let's get this assembled. Oh my god, I have a lot of stuff to put away. Alright. This is going to be on the front here, so we are going to cut this diagonally as well. From the left upper corner to the bottom right hand corner. That's going to go on here like so. I'm going to put the front one on first. Okay, and now we'll do the back one. I bet you made this style card before. Oh, hi, Shar. Thanks for sharing. Okay, now this folder is going to go in here, and we're going to glue it in. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this in right away. Try to center it. As close as you can. Have it straight. That's always a plus. And it's going to go like so. And our little guy is going on the front. And we are going to actually put our sentiment right directly up here in the corner, stamp it on. And it's going to be from the set, thinking of you today, and the inside is going to be somebody knows, somebody cares, your name is whispered in somebody's prayers. And I'm going to do that in the mossy meadow. That doesn't look straight. I'm going to have to try that. I don't trust it. Oh, spot on. Okay. Ah. All right. We're going to have to be careful on this one. Let me bring this down a little bit. Can't see where the edge is. Sorry, the light is reflecting. There we go. I couldn't get my face in there close enough. Okay, and we are putting it on this little piece here. I didn't give you any dimensions here on this. This is 2 5/8 by 2 5/8, and this is 2 1/2 by 2 1/2. Put anything else in there? No, I did not. Okay. That still is not right, is it? It is not right. Oh goodness, I cut it the same size. All right, let's try that again. I thought I was so smart today. I guess I wasn't. All right, let's see. This is white vanilla cardstock. White or vanilla. 2 1/2 by 2 1/2. 2 1/2. Of course, it's not quite. Gee, I hate doing that when I've got glue on it. Is it this way okay? You know what, we're going to make this work. And it's going to go, no, 2. 2 5/8. 2 5/8. 2 3/4. We just there. There's plenty of room on the front of that to adjust it. That looks so much better. Okay. And that's going to go on here. Just a little bit of glue on my thumb. There. Okay, the inside piece should be 3 by 3. 3 by 3. Okay, and we're going to stamp this beautiful image on it. Like so. I love these rubber stamps. They just can make such a nice image on fine script. You don't get that with the clear stamps. Okay. Now we just glue that inside and we are done. There we go. And there you have it. And this is the one that I made earlier. Oh, I still have to put the embellishments on. I took some of these neutral matte dots and I thought, oh, I'm going to try coloring them. They work pretty well, I'd say. Let's see. Nope, that's not what I want. I want my... We'll put one on each end. Straight. Yeah, pretty good. There we go. Ta-da! Okay, let me get the other one back out. Hope you give this a try. It's really fun. And like I say, that was from Heidi Collins on You Go Stamping, and I did see that she posted it on her Facebook page as well today. So I enjoyed making this one very much. I like the way it opens. Okay, and then the other one was this one. Okay. Now then, Lori, tell me which card you would like. This one, or this one, or you could have a couple of these tags. It is your choice of these. Thanks, Shar. Yep, I really like this set a lot. And I can see making cards just with the trees, just with the little boy, and maybe just with the dock, too. And make a nice card. Yeah, I like the fold as well, Lori. I haven't done... I've done one of these before, but it's been ages. The orange card, this one with the butterfly. You got it. Wouldn't you know, it's the one that I put the tag on, too. So I know. Very good. Well, that's what I got for you tonight. I have no idea what I'm going to do on Tuesday. I think I've got an order, coming. And on Monday, and that's got a new set in it that maybe I'll see if I've got time to goof around with it. Otherwise, I don't know. I've got everything cut for the 24th. Most of it is packaged up, but then when I do my lives, I have to pull everything out of the boxes for the colors of ink and the blending pens and stuff. So now I have to sort everything back into the boxes again and figure out what I'm going to do. I might, might go back and do another card using this set. I really like this set a lot. And I've got another idea for a card using this, so we'll see. You're welcome, Lori. Yep, I'm looking forward to it, the 24th, so much. I can't wait. Yep, fun here soon. You got it, girl. Well, you guys have a good night. Have a wonderful day tomorrow. And I will see you Tuesday night with something. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.